Yeah. 935 K-Day, Noah Ayala. And again, man, we only interview legends up here. Shout out Paulina in the studio today, too. But you know, I grew up in the Bay. So this is kind of special to me. You know what I mean? All the way from Hayward, California. See, if you ain't from the Bay, you might think Oakland and Hayward are the same place. They close.
But it's not.
And I got a legend. Spice One in the building.
What's happening, y'all? What's going on?
Hey, man, this is dope, man. Welcome to K-Day.
Man, I'm glad to be back. You know, it's been a while. You know, I love this station, man. Y'all been rocking for years, man, representing all of the streets, the artists that's trying to make it. Y'all been representing the artists for years, man. Shout out and respect, man. Respect all day.
Yeah, and you did a show for us a couple years ago too. Was it? It was either Hip Hop Fest or it was Crush Groove. It was one of those shows though.
Yeah,
and you killed. But the rap show.
The rap show. Okay.
Yeah, we be out, we be riding, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make sure that hip hop stay popping. So it's we doing shows. We've been doing all of these shows for years, man, and it's good. It's good. It's beautiful.
One of the things about Spice One, and I'm glad you're here so we can help expose this, is I feel like you get your props, and you definitely have a hardcore fan base. But I think from like the mass mainstream level, you never really got the props and respect for what you did and some of the things you were the first to do.
It does. I think about it from time to time. When I look on my wall and I see. I got 13, 14 platinum and gold plaques, man. I look on the wall sometimes. And
Say that one more time, Spice One.
13, 14 platinum and
this
gold
man
plaques.
was raping Jive Records for years. You hear me? Raping Jive.
So, I mean, I look on the wall sometimes and I look at the first album, the first Spice One self-titled. And I think, man, we did like 900,000, within a matter of time, within a matter of weeks, we did 900,000. And then I'm like, when you go over 900,000 and you hit that million sales, then they got to throw you that $300,000 bonus. So I think we stopped at like 900,999 copies.
I don't even think the average person realizes like how many like platinum and gold plaques you have, and that you were really moving that many units back then. Why do you think you managed to stay under the radar?
I don't know. I think it's gangsterism. You know what I'm saying? I think that even in the movie Scarface, the dude even told Scarface, you fly too hard, fly too high, don't fly too low, fly right in the middle. So I've been flying right in the middle, you know what I'm saying? And it's been working out for me. But now, as far as me, now I'm pushing my label and stuff, I need to get to the point to where I can, go all out and hit radio up and, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Do
you find it's harder to make that transition from because you were in the Jive system for so long on a major? Is that transition hard to be an indie now? Because I've heard rappers say both, to be honest with you.
It is, it's fun trying to, getting everything together, trying to, running your label and everything, because you got all of the clout and you got the name and you got all of the, the people that's willing to work with you. But it's really a lot of work. It's not just, I'm gonna call this person to call that one and then it happened right off. You got to call this person and it might not happen there, and then you got to call somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's fun seeing putting out artists and watching them, live out their dreams, and watch them, elevate and turn into businessmen themselves. It's beautiful.
Now, so obviously Too Short was the first one from the Bay to really make some noise and put on. But you came along not too far after, right? Like early 90s? I mean...
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember walking to high school. I think I was like 16. I remember walking to school and I had a flyer that said Eazy-E, Boys in the Hood, and it said MC Spice.
MC Spice, that was the first name.
Yeah. And I was 16, and Short was at the show. When NWA came out to Oakland to sing Boys in the Hood and all of that. I was an opening act. Short was up there and everything. And, it was just to be around them cats, just to be around I'm sitting back and I'm looking at Dre and Cube and Easy,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at them and they all kicking it together, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
And
I'm
you're 16.
Yeah, and I'm 16.
Okay.
And I'm telling Cube and I'm telling Dre, I'm like, I'm gonna be hard, like watch when I come out, man, watch. And I'm jumping around. I'm telling them, how hot I'm gonna be when my album come out or when I actually release anything, and just being around them fools just got me, may put me in a whole different mind frame.
That's right. Now, Paulina, you did tell me something you heard earlier. Is it true?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you ask the question.
Okay, so I came across something. When you're online, you kind of just fall into a black hole and you start watching a whole bunch of stuff, right? And I did see something about you stealing Too Short's car one night. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well,
Let's talk about it,
He
though.
was robbing Jive for years.
He wouldn't let me drive his, so I stole one that looked like it.
Oh, okay. There we go. See?
Wait, what kind of car was it? What kind of car was it?
It was a burgundy Baritz convertible with a white top. I remember it was clean.
Ooh.
Cadillac.
Anything with the white top is
Yeah,
like, okay.
we left Hayward. We started walking around the hood at Hayward. Stole a car, got to Oakland, and then looked for the car that looked like his. Got one that looked dead on it, and I remember driving to his house, and I was doing donuts in front of the house.
There you go. That's what it was. I remember hearing that. Something that you doing something wild, and then he called you up.
He come out. No, he came out, and he was like, "Man, get that stolen ass car in front of my house, Spice."
Wait, why would you steal a car and then do donuts in it?
I just thought,
Some Bay Area shit right there, man.
Not giving no.
Hell, yeah, I was hyphy before hyphy.
we had like a little crew. You know what I'm saying? We had our little crew. But our little car ring, car thing. But I used to steal cars. I jack or do whatever. But I mean, it came back on me. You know what I'm saying? I've been shot and jacked. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, that karma come back to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, if you don't know this and you're watching this, you got shot in the chest, right? Like in 10 years, 2007, so like 12 years ago?
Yeah, in the face and in the chest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then you did an interview right after.
Yeah, right. Like a week or two after, I think. Like a week.
What? What? Wait, hold on. You got to tell us what happened, man. This is crazy.
My lung collapsed. The bullet. It actually, people trip out when I tell them this.
Wait, how did it even? You got to take.
like,
what even? How did this even happen?
Well, I was sitting in my car in front of my mom's house. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, and I guess it was another jack crew that was out. That night. They don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be 20 years later, somebody got a jack crew riding around. So, I just happened to be the victim. Just sitting there posted up. I didn't want to wake moms up because I knew she had to go to work. So I just sat there, fired up one and started watching TV in my Escalade or whatever. Clean lay, black on black on black, all the TVs, the rims, you know what I'm saying? And so, I sitting there and I kind of doze off a little bit, and I hear my door opening, and I'm like, who's this? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody. So I'm like, it's like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. Somebody's about to get punched out. I had left. I had just did a photo shoot, and I had all my artillery. I had all my guns, my everything. I had like all my artillery taking pictures. You can still see some of the pictures floating around on the internet, with me holding all of these. But I left them because my friend was like, dude, leave this here. You got like 6 prior gun cases. You can't catch no more gun cases, dude. You got to leave these here. So I left them with him.
But you didn't want to, though.
I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? Someone was like,
listen to the man's music and you will understand.
just take the little one with you. And then someone was like, nah, because if you get caught, you'll never be able to it's gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? The judge was telling me, it was like, you can't get caught with a sharp toothpick. So, you just chill out. So I listened to the homie. I didn't bring the pistols. And as soon as I put them down,
Damn.
Look what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Man, you gotta have some type of protection. Be able to protect yourself. You can't even wear a bulletproof vest. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some type of way to protect yourself.
And look at the climate.
So
we need to arm ourselves right now. It's serious.
Yeah. So the guy trying to open the door. I'll open the door, try to swing at him or whatever. I guess I was swinging at bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So
Damn.
when I opened up,
Zeus.
he shot and it hit my chin. It actually bounced off my chin right here and then went through here, and it collapsed my lung. And I didn't really even know. I tell the truth, I didn't know I was shot. It took me a minute to realize that I was shot. So But the surgery was worse than the shot. You know what I'm saying? I almost hopped off the operating table and told them, hey, man, I'm going to call y'all in the morning. Can you just give me 2 pills? I'll call y'all in the morning. If I'm dead, I'll hit y'all up. The doctor's like, man, he like, we gotta stick this rod through the side of your ribs, and we gotta crack your ribs and go past your heart, and then poke a hole into your other lung and evacuate fluid. And I'm like, you got a what? You got a what? Why did you wait? Back up. And I'm like, okay, I start thinking about Rambo and think about, Terminator. Like, I could do it. It is what it is. Let's gangster up. Just go ahead. Give me the painkiller, man. Put me to sleep. Do whatever you.
Just give me a blunt. We good.
I said, give me the painkiller. He said, I can't give you no painkiller. I said, what? He said, I can't put you to sleep either. I said, what?
Whoa.
So you mean I just got to do the surgery like this? You just go poke this thing to me and crack my ribs right now and go through here and evacuate.
So you had to physically feel it. Pause, but you had to feel all that.
Everything, dude. Just like how I'm feeling right now, he just put the thing in there.
Oh, shit.
Is that even legal?
They had to save his life.
Man, he cranking it. I'm like, so I started screaming, like a little, bi. But I think that it was cops behind me, and I was even joking with him. I was like, I turned around while the cops was behind me, and I was like, y'all think this is funny, huh? Y'all think this funny, huh? Like, y'all laughing, it's funny? I screaming again,
See, that's how I know you and Pac were friends, because the only 2 motherfuckers on this planet that are going to be shot and still talk shit to the cops, Tupac and Spice One.
Yeah. I was just talking, man, talking about Pac when he was in the elevator, man. When he got shot in the elevator, he said he rolled over and pulled out the swishers in the bud and started rolling one up. And he was like, it was blood all over the blunt. I was smoking it anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was like, and I was like, I was like, what do you mean? Why'd you do that? He said, I wanted to die high.
I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but it's just crazy,
funny.
man.
Like, I looked at him, I said, okay, all right, I feel you, right? Okay, continue with the story, but and so now I got a song called, I Want to Die High, you know what I'm saying? So we're working on the videos and stuff now. So, I mean, a lot of my music come from real life, everything, all of it does. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to say, because even if you go back to, like, your previous music, even though it was kind of the same era and the same time, I always felt like Spice One in particular, we had, the NWA's route. There was gangster rap out, but I always felt like your branded gangster rap just had a different texture. It had a different feel. It was a little bit more realistic. Whereas like NWA, it was kind of comical. It was kind of movie-ish. But Spice One, you listen to like a Spice One album, and you feel like, oh shit, like I don't know if I should be listening to this. I'm gonna have to like hide this tape from moms or something. For real though.
And I was actually trying to be like NWA, but it came out a little, it was looking at me like, whoa,
a little spicy.
Like, whoa, what did you just say? So I mean, I pieced to my nine and. Welcome to the Ghetto and stuff like that, is songs that I grew up, I was writing from experience and watching everything around me. Like, like I said, I grew up around a time where, Huey Newton is stamped on the side of the, you know them pictures of Huey Newton that's stamped on the side of the streets in the hood. Like, when you get older, you start asking questions like, who is that? Like, who's that dude? And I got the straight rundown, the history and everything, so, I mean, this is the time I grew up in, and I started writing about it.
And that's one of the things about the Bay, too, that always, like, freaks people out. It's like, the Bay, especially back in the day, was weird because it's like, you could have somebody with, like, what you would call knowledge of self because it's a home of the Black Panthers, right? So if somebody's super righteous, say, know what's up, but then they're going to turn around and sell some drugs and hustle and get it how they got to get it. And it's like that duality in the Bay Area has always been crazy, man.
Yeah, we know.
Rules are always changing.
You already
but
know.
You got to stick to the G code, though.
Yeah, man.
You don't. We have rules out there. You don't sell to pregnant people, ladies or whatever. If you see somebody kid out in the street, you get that kid. You know what I'm saying? You look out. It was all. The hood was together back then. If you got pulled over in a neighborhood back where I was from back then, if you got pulled over, everybody came outside. Like the whole neighborhood would come outside and be making sure that the police was doing their job.
See, that's
right.
crazy because now
That's
only thing somebody's gonna do is
crazy.
record it and put it on
that is
Instagram.
recorded, so I mean, we need to get back to those times where it's like it take the whole neighborhood to raise a kid.
Right.
That's where it started at.
Now we were just talking about Pac. You and Pac were really close, right?
Yeah, that was my guy. That was my guy, man. As far as I met him. When I met Pac, he knew like all the words to like all my songs. Like he was like spitting them. Like as soon as I met him, he was like capping them in his brain with the 9. He was like, "Man, that stutter rap is hard." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Spit the stutter rap, man." He was fired up when I met him. But he had just did Juice, and when I met him too, I was tripping like and I think he had a Tupac hat, the one with the fist and a bow tie on there.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I had a Spice One hat with it said Spice and it had the mic on there and it had the microphone at the top. And he was like, "Man, where my hat? Let me get that hat." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I'm like, "Nah, let me get that hat." So I still got the hat that he gave me in my closet. You know what I'm saying? I still got the hat in my closet. It's all old and
Hey, that's dope. You still got it, though.
You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, man, it's big. When you run up on, it's very seldom that you have friends in this industry.
Right.
You have people you deal with and and associates, but friends are hard to come by in the industry because of so much money being floating around here. Pac was my friend, you know what I'm saying? MC8, that's my friend, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's certain artists that I actually hang around that I like kicking it with. Bushwick Bill, that's my friend.
Oh,
you know
I
what
heard
I'm
some
saying?
crazy Bushwick Bill story.
Yeah, and you can just imagine once we get together what it is, you know what I'm saying?
You Bushwick, oh man. Now, is it true that Pac recorded his last song with you?
Yeah, we was it was me and Cocaine.
Oh, shout out, he was up here too, man. Shout out
yeah.
Cocaine.
Night in Vegas.
Yeah.
Pac loved cocaine, so the first thing he would do, like
The artist,
soon as
by
I
the way,
seen
not
him-
like the drug. The
Yeah,
artist.
not the
let's
drug.
get
Yeah.
thorough.
He was like
all the promoters said,
Hey,
all the Pomona City riders, man, was
popping
at it.
peas.
Anyway, Pac was like, go get coca, and so I called Coca, went and got him. And we came back through on the set of the movie he was doing with James Belushi. It was the last
Gang
movie he did,
Related.
Gang Related. Yeah.
Okay.
We came back to the set of that, and he had clothes on. He had police clothes on when I seen him.
That's a trip.
I got on him. I was
Trip.
like, "Man, you look like the cops, fool. You look like you look like police, fool." You know what I'm saying? And we all started laughing.
Yup.
Yeah.
Pac, you feel
Yeah,
me?
who
All the
been-
shit he went
A
through
black
with
man,
Cosby.
period.
And he was the Panther.
I told him, he was laughing at him so hard. I told him I didn't tell him, but he wouldn't change his clothes. He was like, "Nah, I'm going for the go." So he ran the trailer and came back out like Tupac. I was like, "There go my nigga. That's my guy right there. That's my guy." And so after that, he was like, "Man, we need to go to the studio and record this song I've been thinking about doing for weeks. It's just been stuck in my head." And I want to record it, and I need Cocaine on here. So I'm like, "Cool, let's hit the studio." We go up to the studio, and I don't know if I should leave this out or not, but he had this painting on the wall, and it was like weird, man. It was weird, and it was a painting of it had Biggie. It was a pig, and it had Biggie's head on it. And then it was a snake, and it had Puffy's head on it. It was a big painting.
It was in the
man, on
studio?
wall. Yeah. It was
Uh-oh.
big, and it was big.
Like, how big are we talking?
Like that wall big. Yeah. And I was like, okay. Okay. You must not Puffy and Biggie much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess, it was on back then anyway. So, I mean, then we recorded the song or whatever, and he was like, "I'm finna go to Vegas," and he was like, we finna party. He was like, we told Tyson to knock dude out like real fast so we can party. You know what I'm saying?
so Tyson come through the after party.
Yeah, so the whole plan, we was all planning like, okay, Tyson gonna knock dude out in like 4 seconds and we going to party after that. That's the plan.
That's the
And so, and if you go back to that fight, And look how fast Tyson knocked dude out.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah, that was the
like
plan.
first 30 seconds.
Tyson might
That
have
was
some
the
waiting
plan.
for him back at the telly or something because he was trying to get it popping.
We was all planning on partying after Tyson knocked him out, but Pac was like, "Man, come, let's ride." You know what I'm saying? I said, I gotta go. I've been out here hustling. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go change my clothes. Man, I've been staying clothes for like 2 days. I've been out here hustling. You know what I'm saying? Recording, doing verses or whatever. Shows. And so I was going back to the house, and he bounced out to Vegas, and that was the last time I seen him. Next time,
Wow.
I seen him, it was on the news.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's crazy you didn't roll out with them because that could have been you too, man.
Pretty sure I'd have been in the car. That was my guy. I probably would have tried to talk him out of jumping dude and let the Outlaws handle that. Because they was the little vicious homies back
Right.
then. They would have got it in. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing them cats since they was like 15, 16. So I already know them well. They would have, they would have handled their business. But man, shout out to all of the Outlaws and all of the Thug Life cats and Feeney and Pac's mom and sister and everybody. It's all love and it's unfortunate that we lose people like that.
I know. It's so crazy you say that, and you're here in L.A. today because today was Nipsey
Right.
Hussle's
it's
service at
crazy.
Staples Center.
And as much as like hip hop needs to get away with it, it just keeps repeating itself
Yeah.
and repeating itself and repeating
Yeah.
itself.
Over
Yeah.
and over again, like and I even I even have even Biggie, ain't no feelings, nothing on my shoulder or nothing about everything about the East Coast. It was always all love over there from, Method Man and Redman. Shout out to them cats. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Those are my friends. Like I can say Method Man and Redman are guys I consider friends in the hip hop industry. That I know. If I go out to New York, I'm calling them cats. Even anybody out there, man, it was always cool in New York. The first cats first two dudes I met when I I took 2 steps hopping out of the cab in New York. 2 steps. I get out the cab, take 2 steps, and there's 2 dudes a block down, and I hear them they saying, Spice, yo, Spice, yo, what's up? And I look to the left, and I'm like, who is that? I just got here. I only been here like 10 minutes. I just stepped in on the concrete.
As soon as you got to New York.
Yeah, soon as I got there, I looked to and these, yo, Spice, and I look closer, and they walking closer, and it's Run DMC. Man.
Oh, shit.
Stop.
What's more New York than
Yeah,
that,
I
man?
know. Run it-
You
they
hop
ran
out
up
New
on
York and
you.
just Run
I was
DMC
I
right
got them
there.
on my wall. I got you on my wall. I was on my wall at the house. You know what I'm saying? Wow, this is a trip. He was like, man, we came here to holler at you and say what's up. And
Yeah.
y'all came to see me? Oh,
I'm not going to lie. The
Yeah,
first time
that's
I went to New
crazy.
York, because, I'm a hip-hop nerd, man. The first time I went to New York, I really thought, I was going to get off the airplane and there's going to be, breakdancers and Grandmaster Flash is going to be DJing in the airport and, So for you to say
That's
that
what it
is,
seemed like.
crazy.
You had Run DMC as your welcome committee.
yes.
That's what it had to be.
And I'm still cool with both of them now to this day. And Jam Master Jay, rest in peace. I mean, man, that was really big. If they ever get a chance to hear this interview with anybody, I can really appreciate that, man. That was really big. That really encouraged me and put me to a level in my career and my thought process, put me on the right path. Just them being there, dang, DMC. Okay, well, this really must be happening. Okay, I got to stick to this. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
And
This
your
is,
music was always Bay. It was always West Coast sounding. But you could tell, and I'm telling everybody, go back and listen to the albums. We got YouTube and Spotify and everything now. But I could always tell you were always a student of the game. Always a student of the game. Because the structure of the rhymes were there, the bars were there, and it was just from that Oakland point of view. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I studied rap, hip-hop, lyrics, and how to spit and flows and everything like Bruce Lee studied Kung Fu, man. For real, man. I'm really into the flow and the spit and the words and the syllables and switching. I like doing that. It's fun to me,
All right, I got to bring this up because I was on your Instagram page last week because I follow you on IG.
Yeah.
And let's just get into it, man. You had some words for Kodak Black.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Well, first of all, what Kodak Black said was crazy.
Yeah.
So he said some he said some sideways shit a couple times. He said some shit about Pac
Yeah,
that I didn't
that's what
really
we
appreciate.
were just talking about that.
But
He named his first project Lil Big Pac. Y'all
Come
remember
on.
the Lil Big,
Come
the
on.
project he came out with 2 years ago, it was Lil Big Pac. That was him paying homage. But then for you to flip
and say, okay, you better than two men that's not even no longer breathing here to defend themselves. You know what I mean? You speaking on Nip. How come you couldn't say, rest in peace to Nip, and you inspired me to
better
motivate?
Yet, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, just
Don't say
it.
nothing at all. Because the West Side,
had
the West
just
Side not
happened.
playing.
Yeah,
And
it had just
it is a
happened.
nation of thugs. The thug world, this thug world shit really is real life. And motherfuckers will come
I
see
think
about
sometimes
you.
people from outside of California get it twisted and think it's like kind of funny and oh man, they say
And I was
cuz
a
and got
Kodak fan. I was
Yeah.
fucking with his music, but after that one, bruh, you know what I mean, bruh? His funeral was today, bruh.
I mean, I listened to. I mean, even the Migos and all of the new artists. You know what I'm saying, man? Your music is cool, but your attitude, man, that gotta go. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really, how we work out here. You will get shut down.
Yeah, it ain't a game out here,
you
man.
Not whatever you big. And you the man, but you not bigger than the game. Don't ever think that you bigger than the game.
I think sometimes these artists,
you will get shut down.
I think sometimes when they're like in their moment, if you really study the game, which I know you have, when you're a big artist, if you're an aspiring rapper, I need you to hear this right now. When you're hot, when you're at your peak, when you're on every radio station and they're selling units and everything, the average artist, that only lasts 2 to 3 years. And then after that, there's very few artists. If you take all the rappers and the ones that, we look at the ones that had the long runs, the 10, 20-year runs, but 95% of these rappers, you're in the game a year, 2 years, 3 years if you're lucky. And I just think they get in that moment, they think they're untouchable, and they start talking shit.
Yeah.
And now with social media, you could just hop on, your phone, do whatever, say whatever you want.
Talk shit about somebody that's still breathing. You feel me? Talk shit about somebody that's still here to come and see about you, as opposed to, speaking on somebody that's no longer here. I mean, it's highly disrespectful. And rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? All money in, and the marathon still continues. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, man.
And we gonna do this shit.
We riders, man. This is thug world. The last thing a soldier wants is war. We not trying to start nothing with nobody. We just know wrong from right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows wrong from right is we got up and down, we got left and right, we got wrong and right. You know, we know the difference. And so that's what we ride for. We not, here to start nothing with nobody. We just gonna, if we see disrespect out there, then we will address it though,
Now, what did Yachty say? Did Yachty say fuck the OGs? Because I heard you talking about that.
I heard him say that, and it's like that's another cat that's kind of like, either you like off or something. Like, where's your mental at, dude?
Or where's his big
like
homie
that?
to tell him like, hey, bro, you might not want to, step on them
nothing like
toes,
that,
you feel me? Or you
man.
might not want to disrespect, somebody
here.
that's no longer here.
I'm
and
still
then
here. My
that's
beard
what I'm
a little
saying.
gray. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still out here. I'm still walking around here. You know what I'm saying? I'm still got spit. I might walk on the stage with a cane and a long ass beard. And rap my ass off. You know what I'm saying?
with some Tums.
So I mean, until like I said, if we've been on this court for the last 20-something years, 30-something years we've been on this court. Now, if you want to play basketball, you want to come play, we can't just give you the ball, man. You got to take the ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And once you get the ball, that's fine. But don't act like don't think automatically you're just a LeBron or you a Jordan right when we give you the ball just because you made a few shots. You know what I'm saying? It's 30 years later. Well, I'm sitting up here talking to y'all right now on 93.5 K-Day. You know what I'm saying? 30 years later, any of you young cats that disrespect OGs, we can't even respond to you really. I just do it because it's fun. But y'all can't say nothing to us until it's 30 years later.
Yeah, you got to last a couple summers first before you can really talk some shit.
You can't say Amigos can't say nothing about they the best rap group or Bone Thugs. They can't say nothing about Bone Thugs because Bone Thugs been around here for about 30 years.
You know what's so wild to me about that?
Yeah.
Is because I'm in that age where I know both artists, and if you listen to Bone, that's all Migos is doing, down to the flow, down to like the singing and the melodies and the triplet flow, and even the tempo of the beats and the double time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get it. Like, you're young, you want to pop shit, you want to but it's like
bruh.
Bone out of all people when you sound exactly like
certain
them.
songs that Bone Thugs and Harmony made though will live forever. You
Yeah,
feel me?
we don't know if Bad and Bougie's gonna if it's gonna bump that
songs,
a
you know
year
what I mean?
from now.
Because the
Yeah,
times
but
with
first of the
Exactly.
month, first of the month gonna last longer than Bad and Bougie.
That's what
You
I'm
can just
saying.
tell. The
It
first of the
already
month
has.
still been popping.
It already has.
You know
First
why?
of the month still gonna
'Cause
be
brothers
the
are
shit
still hustling on
That
10
part.
years from
That
now.
exactly.
That part.
Until the government changed
So, I
the
mean-
1st and the 15th, it's a wrap.
Like, 'cause that's Migos' biggest song, right? Bad and Bougie, I would assume.
Yeah, one of them.
From
That's
like a
one of 'em.
sales chart perspective. I'm trying to think what else is bigger, but
Well, that's what made them. That's the song that kind of
Right.
got them out there. You know, like
they got Versace.
And I ain't gonna lie, I like that Pure Water with
They got
DJ
nice
Mustard.
songs. Yeah, they got
it
nice
slaps.
songs. I like Amigos
But
music, but
just
as far as
pay
the
homage
disrespect,
to
cool,
those who
you know
paved
what
the
I'm
way
saying?
before you. You feel me? Pay homage to
I mean-
Bone, because them is some real cats that really came from the gutter,
like Snoop
and they
said,
still here.
That shit is catchy.
That fool sat there and said,
Stop saying that yet.
And it's, I mean, try to sing a full Migos song and try to sing a full Bone song.
can't sing either one of
It's the
them.
same
Yeah, it's the same
situation.
thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's
It's the same
mumbling.
situation.
Everybody's. I always say
he said the OGs should be respecting him
who said this? Yachty?
because Offset.
Oh.
OGs should be respecting him more in the Amigos because they are the reason that rap is the number one music in the country now.
Well, Kodak said
That's
it
what
was
I
a
got
legend
from-
because you're dead.
Like,
But it
yeah.
wouldn't be the number one music if you didn't have, almost 40 years of people building that building.
Exactly. I
So
mean,
you
That
can
part.
sit on the top floor like that. You know what I mean?
He can't say that. You know,
Like, and you remember this? There was a time when they would edit out the rap verse on the radio.
exactly.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
When like R&B cats, like the people that are supposed to be our elders, were like, nah, that ain't music, that ain't whatever.
I
So,
mean, but let's compare and contrast, right? The game is streams. They count streams as record sales now and downloads and that. But the cats from the old school, they were selling 3 million copies. People was going to the store
Yeah.
and
Hard
buying
copies.
3 million copies,
Yeah.
busting open the plastic,
Yeah.
reading the books with the pictures and the
and you
credits.
can't tell me. I watch a lot of this bullshit because I
That's
just like to watch
real.
a train crash. I just want to see the fuckery. So it gets my view and they get paid off that. But it ain't the same as going to like the record store and spending $15 to $20.
I used to ride my
purchase
bike to
somebody's
go buy
music.
Bone Thugs and Harmony CDs from Sam Goody and Rasputin's
Yeah.
music store in the Bay Area.
That's
you feel me?
crazy.
Shout out
Just to
Balance,
imagine-
Rasputins. I see you, boy.
You feel me?
Just to imagine, a fool get up in the morning. He been waiting for this CD to come out for 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
it's in the store, and they get up in the morning, put their clothes on in the morning, sit in front of that store, or they sitting at. Man, I done had to go to the store 12 o'clock midnight to sign autographs because that's what time they was releasing the CD.
Yup.
And I got a line around the corner. You know what I'm saying? The whole parking lot full of people. That's
That's hard.
love.
Spice,
You know what I'm
'cause
saying?
Brothers don't wait for nothing.
Except Jordans. Except Jordans. They'll wait all
They don't get in
damn
line
day
for
for that.
nothing.
Wait for some Jordans.
They ain't gonna get in line to view the body.
Man,
So what's up, man? I know new music's coming, which is a beautiful
Oh
thing.
man, we
got
working,
work
dude.
in the pot right now, man. We got
I
a
got
new.
G battles.
I want to say, okay, so now let's talk about the whole. We got the whole crew in here. What are we doing?
Yeah, Thug World, we pushing, man. We making a real nice push. We working on finna do some videos. I got 2 albums I'm working on. We got G Battles with me and single, and we got Mr. Black single out. We pushing
The dark
everything
reggae.
on the IGs, on all of the websites we have.
Shout out
all the
Lil Scrappy,
platforms
man.
and everything.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah, Lil Scrappy, whip it up.
He
you know
on
what
the
I'm
song. He
saying?
on the song with us doing the hook. He's
Yeah.
saying
That's
whip
what's
it up
up.
in certain streets. It's a Southwest connection because even though the climate might be a little bit tense with these, recent comments, we still want to show that, we rock with the South.
Yeah.
My brother
I
from
feel like the
Atlanta,
West Coast and South
you know
has
what I mean?
always had
It's
a
like-
special
And
And then
relationship.
all the people from the West Coast, our ancestors and great aunties and uncles, they all migrated from the South. So we identify with the South. It's just we don't identify, with the slick
a
stuff.
disrespectful.
With the disrespect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
as
identify with
you
the
should not.
comments.
You know what I mean?
the music that I'm working on now is kind of like it's OG. The album is called Platinum OG, and it is exactly what it is. It's like I found a verse from Pimp C on there. Me and Pimp C and Short got a song on there.
Oh, that's sick. And you guys were all label mates back in the day, right?
Yeah,
UGK,
yeah. We
Too
got
Short,
a
and
nice
you.
one on there, man. Me and Pimp C and Short, and I got Devin the Dude on there with Corrupt. Me and Corrupt.
I like
and
Devin the Dude,
got
too.
a nice one. Man, I got all the Outlaws on there, dead and alive. I got the cat, like most of the Thug Life cats on there. I got Big Psych on there. He got like 3 songs with Big Psych
Rest
on
in
the
peace,
album.
Big Psych, man.
The album Platinum OG is gonna remind you of like a Chronic or All Eyes on Me, because you know it's me with all of my OG homies. It's just features. You know, some of my cats ain't living right now. Some of them is alive, but we all on there rocking. You know what I'm saying? So look out for Platinum OG, and it's like it's gonna remind you of like, you know, some old school West Coast. It got the banging beats on there. You know what I'm saying? And the one after it I'm working on is called.
Wait. So when do we get the Platinum OG? Or there's no date yet?
Platinum OG, no date yet, but at least within the next month.
Okay. So it's coming soon then.
Yeah, because we just did a video a couple of days ago for it. So yeah, that should be cool.
What's gonna be the first single?
Oh man, we still trying to
Lost
figure it out. I got one called "Say It With Your Chest."
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, man.
You know, we took
Little ass nigga. Tell him to play it right now. I promise you.
Cat Williams.
Nah,
Was
not
that
Cat Williams. Nah, that was
That's
Kevin
Kevin
Hart.
Hart.
Oh yeah, Kevin Hart.
Kevin
Yeah,
Hart.
Kevin Hart. Say it
Kevin
with your
Hart.
chest, little
We
nigga.
ain't trying to diss you.
Say It With Your Chest. So, you know, and it's a funny song. Like, you know, I'm saying, you know, I'm like speaking to all of the BGs, you know, the cats that's disrespectful, and tell them to say it with their chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got something to say, you know, don't
Let your nuts
don't
hang.
be beating around the bush, homie. Come find me and say, okay, well, I think the OGs should respect us because we the one who made music like that. No, find me and tell me that in my face so I can respond to you.
And you
know
got to
what I'm
realize you
saying?
got to earn respect.
nigga.
Nobody's going
To
give
get
you
respect.
the respect. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and you know, it's crazy because I talk to a lot of fans on like I respond.
Yeah, we know.
I respond on
I got
IG.
time for that.
Everybody
We
like,
know.
you know, don't be getting on there responding to the people, man. You crazy? Yeah, you right. I am crazy. And I'm
That
gonna
part.
respond every time. So
All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up with one more story I gotta know, because this is my favorite Spice One song. I remember being a kid, growing up in the Bay. Shout out to Sway, who used to be on KMEL back in the day, if you didn't know it. And Sway used to always play 187 Proof.
yeah.
How did that concept is so ill? Like, you naming all the alcoholic beverages, but you're making a story out of it, and like
187 Proof was like one of the weirdest songs I ever did because I actually dreamt about it before I dreamt I went to sleep and I dreamt you know, I was like I want to be a rap star. I like prayed to be a rap star, and I went to sleep.
damn, that's crazy. It happened too. Damn.
Yeah.
I know you could pray for shit
And
like
here I
that.
am right now.
God, I need
it's
a thick,
crazy,
big booty
man.
bitch.
Yeah, I'm telling you. God will bring it. God gonna bring it. Because he made it happen. I prayed and I went to sleep and I dreamt I was a rap star, right? And I'm like, you know, in my dream, I'm walking and it's this dude standing at the car and at his car and he playing some music real loud. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, and he like, this the shit, you know, this the shit. And I'm like, you know, what you playing? You know, I walk up to him and say, hey, homie, you know, what you playing? And he was like, I'm playing Spice One. This is the new shit. And so I'm like, you know, this is my dream and shit. So I'm in my dream. I'm a rap star. Like, this is crazy, okay? But this fool don't even know it's me. And that's really how it is now. I walk up on food, they don't know it's me. You know what I'm saying? But he like, Spice One, man, you know, this the new shit. Something said, you know, this voice came in the back of my head and said, stick your car in the head, fool, and see what song made you famous. I swear to God, a voice came in my head and said, man, stick your head in the car and see what song made you famous. And so I stuck my head in his car to listen to what he was playing, and then I heard myself saying, E had the 9 and J the AK.
Hey.
And for some reason, right after I heard that, I woke up, dude, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell was that? And I was like, E had the 9. Who the hell is E and who the hell is J? And what the hell? That dude was listening to my music and I was famous. E had the 9 and J the okay. E and J is alcohol. And I started putting the shit together.
Yeah.
Irk and jerk.
You know what I'm saying? So I started putting it together and kept on going, right? I picked up a pen and a pad like 3 o'clock in the morning and started writing the shit, you know.
You want to know what's so ill too? My parents really lived on Hennessy Street.
Your parents lived on Hennessy Street?
Yeah, in Stockton, man. In
Oh, yeah,
Spanish,
yeah,
Hennessy
Stockton
Street called Hennessy Street.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It is
man.
Shout out to the
Hennessy Street.
209,
I always
man.
tripped on that.
Yeah.
Like I should, I was like, man, I
You know what I
should
mean? And the
put video
559,
right there.
man.
Clocked on the street called Hennessy.
Yeah.
Right there.
Well, hey, man, thank you. It's been a pleasure for me, man, because these are all my heroes.
Thanks
you know
for
what I'm
having
saying?
me, man. You know, me and G Battles and Black Man Thug World. Thank you
Thug
for having
World.
us here, man. And, you know,
Thug World, we gonna keep it lit.
Boss and Leany, man, and a low Joel, man.
I mean, I know Joel, man.
Today, man.
But we representing for him though, and shout out to the West Coast Villain Mob. You know what I mean? 4 flavors,
Rest
man.
in
Thug
peace,
World.
Nipsey Hussle,
Rest in
man.
peace,
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Nips, man.
Rest in
O's
peace.
Up, man. O's up,
Man.
my nigga.
That part.
Stay
You know what I
rolling,
mean?
man.
City is, we're still, kind of wrecked about it. So this is fun to have a break from that, man. Even Paulina was tearing up a little bit at the
The whole
service
way here, we was
yeah.
slapping
LA.
Nipsey. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? The
man.
whole way here, and we
All the way.
was live streaming the funeral. We
You gotta
couldn't
give
make
up
it.
for LA, just the respect, man.
That part.
Yeah.
Every one of their own the way they did and the way y'all doing it, man. That's
Yeah,
some
man.
respectful shit. Other states need to really take heed and follow.
Man, I love
That
LA. I
part.
was adopted by LA.
I'm not gonna
Hey.
lie.
That part.
I've lived in LA for almost 15 years now. As much as I love the Bay, I ain't never moving back.
Yeah.
We got weed, weather, women. You know what? Let me end it on this. I know something
Yeah,
end it,
shout
but,
out Kendrick, man.
we got the WWW.
Oh, everything.
Before we wrap this up, let's end it like this. What is Nipsey Hussle's legacy gonna mean to Spice One?
Man, I mean, it and I really didn't listen to his music a lot, but just, man, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in the frame of mind I'm in right now as far as owning something. Like, that dude was something that we all inspire to be, all of us. Everybody in here want to be like that dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's making his millions right up under the table. Nobody even know he's balling like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want to be like Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? That's a youngster to me, so I got respect for anybody who get down like that, no matter how old they are. I want to be like Nipsey Hussle. I'm trying to get like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it really, the impact that he has made on Spice One is really really big, way bigger than anyone would ever think, and I want to thank him for that. Even resting in peace, man. I hope you can hear me, Nip. You know what I'm saying, man? Thanks.
Rest in peace, man.
Just to see a dude come from the rap game and actually be a businessman. I mean, I'm really inspired. So look for a lot of business ventures from Spice One. From Nipsey Hussle's demise.
Hustle. Just from his hustle, too.
Real
Yeah.
shit.
And his lyrics, like the tattoo on his face, prolific. He has some real shit to say. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like he was taking a chance with telling the truth, because nowadays they don't want to hear the truth. But he still figured out a way to tell the truth and have impeccable swag when he did it.
Yup.
And he
He
still
looking like
kept
a
it gangster
businessman, like,
at the same time. You know what I mean? And it's rare to
bossy.
see that
Tight, you know what I'm
right
saying?
now in the game. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
definitely.
And it's just like YG, he another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people don't realize YG also talks about owning your own shit and
Yeah.
group economics and a lot of those principles that but he does it in a way that you just enjoy the music. But he's saying some
that part, because nowadays the attention span of the youngsters is short. So you got to give them something that they could dance and have a good time to, or something that they be like, oh, this slap. But if you could sprinkle some, some seeds, you win.
Yup.
Because you teach your people, and
Yup.
that's all he was trying to do, man. To accumulate the amount of success that he accumulated and come back to his neighborhood and share it with his people is priceless. You know what I mean? That's gonna live forever. That's gonna live forever.
Rip Nip Hustle, man.
Yep.
That's what it is, man. That's how we're going to wrap up the interview. Thank you, guys. The door's welcome anytime. Everybody, give it up. Spice One!
Thug World.
935 KDAY. Hey.